Good afternoon, Seahawks. I'm Brian Asto, and this is Neil Lewis, and we're back with another edition of Seahawk Central Sports. We're here with updates for the final games of our fall sports.
Today we're going to update you on men's golf, volleyball, men's soccer, and the start of basketball. Let's get right to it.
Our men's golf team traveled west last week to compete in the St. Mary's Invitational in Pebble Beach, California. Sophomore Segundo Oliva Pinto finished strong in round one with a 1 under par. Unfortunately, the Seahawks finished the day 15th out of 16 teams, including Colorado State, home to Davis Bryant, who is ranked 20th in the nation. In Thursday's round 3, Seahawk junior Chris Rahm tied his career low round, placing him 16th overall in the day's competition, his first top 20 finish. Despite Rahm's performance, the Seahawks still finished 14th out of 16 teams. The golf team will play in the first of 4 spring tournaments at the John Burns Intercollegiate in Manoa, Hawaii on February 20th through the 22nd.
Last week marked the start of the season for our men's and women's basketball teams. On the men's side, they started at home, first with Johnson & Wales on Tuesday. In a scoring onslaught, the Seahawks eclipsed the 100-point mark in a 103-83 victory. Sophomore guard Jalen Sims led the team's scoring outburst with a career-best 19 points, including going 3 for 4 from the three-point line. Juniors Jay Estime and freshman Jake Boggs each had 13 points along with 6 and 5 rebounds respectively. Shaquem Phillips and Carter Skaggs also pitched in 11 points each to round out the list of players who scored in double figures. Not a lot of time to rest as Friday brought a highly anticipated opponent, the 9th-ranked UNC Tar-Heels. In front of a sellout crowd, the Seahawks kept the affair close throughout the first half. However, the Tar-Heels would use the second half to pull away. This time around, only 3 players scored in double figures. Sims and Phillips each had a team-high 12 points, while sophomore forward Martin Linson added 10 points of his own. Ultimately, UNCW is now 0-5 against UNC after Friday night, 78-62 Tar-Heels. The women's team started the season off on the road for their first 2 games, with the first game being against in-state opponent Wake Forest on Tuesday night. Despite an early 10-point lead, the Seahawks couldn't stop the Demon Deacons as they used down the stretch as they used the third-quarter run to propel themselves to victory. Senior guard Gigi Smith erupted for a game-high 26 points, while junior forward Paige Powell added 9 points and 8 rebounds of her own. It wouldn't prove to be enough as Wake Forest would take it 65-55. Sunday afternoon saw the Seahawks travel to Raleigh to meet the NC State Wolfpack. The highlight here? Poor shooting, as the Seahawks would shoot a measly 27% from the field and 20% from 3. And while Gigi Smith led this team in scoring again with 17 points, and senior guard Ariana Vason contributed 12 points of her own, the Seahawks were doubled up by the Wolfpack, 80-40. The men's team will be back in action Tuesday night as they will host the Campbell Fighting Campbells, and on Saturday, they hit the road to face Davidson College. The women will look to get themselves back on track as well as they head to Longwood on Wednesday and play host to South Carolina State on Saturday.
Our volleyball team had a tough week last week, losing 3 straight games. They faced Northeastern, Hofstra, and Towson here in Wilmington on November 7th, 9th, and 10th respectively. Katie Lance helped the Volleyhawks keep themselves alive for 5 sets against Northeastern with her 13 kills, but the Huskies would take the last set 25-14 after being down 2 sets to 1. Against Hofstra, Kendall Bender and Madison Peters each had kill totals in the teens, but UNCW would fall in 5 sets again. Junior Bryn Montgomery tried to help keep the Hawks alive with 26 assists and 19 digs on the night. Their final loss of the week was against Towson, who took UNCW in 4 sets. Jamie Thomas posted a double-double with 12 kills and 10 digs, and our volleyball team is still set to compete in postseason play. Our girls currently sit at 14-14 on the regular season, playing the College of Charleston for their senior day on Sunday, November 17th at 1 o'clock. Be sure to come out and support our seniors, Madison Peters and Kendall Bender.
On a beautiful Sunday afternoon, the men's soccer team hosted the CAA semifinals against William & Mary. Going to Sunday's game, the men's soccer team were undefeated in the conference. UNCW took an early lead with junior Daniel Reynolds scoring a penalty kick in the 12th minute. However, William & Mary answered right back with a goal 11 minutes later, tying the game 1-1. With 24 minutes left in regulation, Philip Goodrun was set up by his teammates, scoring the goal that put the Seahawks up 2-1. That was enough to put the Seahawks on top and winning the semifinals at home. Their next game is at home in the CAA Championship game against James Madison on November 16th at 7 p.m. Good luck, boys.
That's all for today. Be sure to check in every Friday at 3 for more on your UNCW athletics on Facebook and YouTube at UNCW TealTV.
You can keep up to date with the UNCW athletics on our Twitter page at TealTV_sports, as well as our Instagram page. Until next time, remember to be real
And keep it teal. See you next week.